Superspeedway from Wauchula, Florida, BJ McLeod. From the 36 spot on the grid in the number 10 Overstock.com forward from Las Vegas, Nevada, the People's Champion, Noah Gragson. From the 35th starting spot to the number 77 Ziegler Automotive Chevrolet from Michigan, Carson Holzbar. Starting 34th and the number 15 Jacob Construction Ford, North Carolina, Tony Ware. Daytona 500 champion in the number 47 Chevrolet from Olive Branch, Mississippi, Rick Zenner Jr. From the 32nd position on the grid this afternoon, in the number 1 Chevrolet, your spring 2022 champion here in Talladega from Alva, Florida, the Watermelon Man, Rochester. In the number 7 Cambridge Chevrolet from Concord, North Carolina, Corey Super Shoot LaJoy. Starting position. And the number 14 by Hinda Tractor Moore for Stuart Oz Racing, Jake Briscoe. This driver took the win at Atlanta earlier this year. He's looking number 2, 25th starting position, and the number 99 Triple Lounge Chevrolet, mi amigo, Dan Suarez. The dude rolling off 24 to the number 62 Dude Wife Chevrolet, Fat Pasta, and Alfredo. Yeah. board is right. 3. Starting 10th this afternoon, this driver got a win in Phoenix earlier this season with the number 20 Mobile Toyota, Christopher Bell. Rolling off 9th, coming off of a win last week, 2-time Talladega winner. Starting 7th on the grid, your 2-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, driving the number 22 Shell Pencil Award, Joey Slice Brand. Look out! From the 6th starting position, your 2017 NASCAR Cup Series champion, behind the wheel, the number 19 Fast Toyota Toyota, it's FTJ Mark Truman Jr. Pulling off 5th this afternoon, your 2018 Daytona 500 champion, and the number 3 Fast Shop Pro Chevrolet AD Austin Dillon. Rolling on 4th this afternoon, behind the wheel, the number 8 Cheddar Chevrolet, your defending Geico 500 winner, is Kyle Rowdy Busch. From the 3rd starting position today, and the number 38 Generous Ford from Shelbyville, North Carolina, TG Todd Gilliland. Your outside hole is in the number 2 Menard Christmas Water Heaters Ford, your 2022 Daytona 500 champion, Austin Cindric. Push that back, PM. We need some help. Your Busch Light Bowl Award winner for today's event is also your 2021 Daytona 500 champion, and the number 34 Love Travel Shop Award from Glendale, Arizona. Give it up for Michael McDowell. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Geico 500. It's NASCAR Sunday in Talladega. DJ Styles, only one thing left to do. Gotta do it. Line them up. Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, the 313 United States Army Band.
American flag. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out onto the track right now, we're going to show you two classic Ford stock cars from our past. You'll recognize them. First is going to be driven by Doug Yates. This is the famed number 88 Ford Critic Quality Care Service Ford Taurus that Dale Jarrett drove to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship back in 1999. The second one that'll come out is going to be driven by owner Bill Ryan. You'll recognize this one as well. It's the iconic number 28 Texaco Havoline Ford Thunderbird that Alabama's own Davey Allison drove in his rookie year, 1987. This car is named Fido. It was the car that Davey drove to victory at Dover May 31st of 1987. That was Davey's second career NASCAR Cup Series victory after he won his first race right here at Talladega just a few weeks earlier.
68 laps in length to again make up the total 188 circuits for the drivers this afternoon. Last year in the spring race, Kyle Busch was able to go to Mobil 1 victory lane. That race had 57 lead changes. We'll see if we have another competitive race today. Starting lineup for the Geico 500 pair of Ford Mustangs on the front row. Michael McDowell will be your pole sitter. Alongside him is Austin Cindric. And row 2, you have Todd Gilliland in car number 38. The aforementioned Kyle Busch in the 8 Chevy. Row 3 has got Austin Dillon and Austin Truex Jr., then Joey Logano and Chris Buescher in row 4. In row 5 we go with the Geico starting grid. It is, of course, going to be a couple of other different drivers. Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell will be in that row. That's row 6. You've got Ryan Preece and Alex Bowman. In row 7, William Byron. Row 8, Ty Gibbs in car number 54. And Harrison Burton in the famous Ford Brothers in number 21. AJ Pintar making his first Cup Series start at number 16. In row 9 is Tyler Reddick. Row 10 has got Daniel Hepburn and John Hunter Nemechek. Ryan Blaney, a three-time winner here at Talladega Superspeedway, and Brad Keselowski, who has 6 wins here at Talladega. Row 12 has got Denny Hamlin and Anthony Alfredo. In row 13 is Daniel Suarez and Chase Briscoe, Justin Haley and Eric Jones. We're in row 14. Row 15 has got number 4, Josh Berry, alongside him in car number 71, that is Zane Smith. Then row 16, a pair of Chevrolet drivers in Corey LaJoie and Ross Chastain. Row 17 has got Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Cody Ware. Then in row 18, Constant Hocevar and Noah Gragson. And the last 2 starters in today's Geico 500, BJ McLeod in car number 78 and Kyle Larson in car number 5. Larson did not make a qualifying run yesterday. That car was pulled from the grid. NASCAR saw something they did not. On the Alabama Gang Super Stretch, they are going to get the green flag this time by as we go racing here in Alabama. That is turn number 4, the blue Ford Mustang pace vehicle hits pit road as they work their way through the trial, ready to go racing here at Talladega Superspeedway. The field all ready for the start. Coming through the trial, Michael McDowell in the field. That's Austin Cindric in that yellow number 2. He's got Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. behind him on the outside lane. As they come into turn number 4, it is still a dead heat for the top spot. They're 3 wide, a little bit further back in the pack, but as they come past the trial for the first time at full speed, they are
change that here this afternoon. Back in the back around the top 20. 3 wide for position, but they're still 2 wide. Chris Chastain as the driver goes into 3-wide territory there. He's got 5 or 6 It's a long championship run. Nobody is able to break free in the front 15. Almost buried in the back deck. There, Austin Cindric up front gets a ball to catch up with Michael McDowell. McDowell with the nose out in front of Austin Cindric on the outside.
As you heard in NASCAR Live, battery show right back in for complete collapse. And pass and the green flag through. He's just
There's still no change. 2 by 2 for the lead.
Going down, inched down in front for a moment, but just as he got the advantage, Cindric rallies back to the outside. Now he will stick a fender out in front. The third wide lane, it's getting momentum.
Top 10 to about the top 8. Bubba Wallace on the outside, leading that line out there to the bottom top side of the racetrack. On back up front there continues to be Michael McDowell.
In just 2 laps, Noah Gragson up 14 spots, and Ross Chastain up 13. Denny Hamlin lost 10 spots in 2 laps.
Until just a lap or so ago, Bubba Wallace saw that energy building up top, slid up to take the locomotive spot in that front line and get to the safety car.
That is for the 11th position, and that's where Bubba Wallace is 3 wide. That lane has gotten him all the way up to 11th. It's about to pierce the top 10 bubble. Bubba is here out, and Truex comes up in front of Bubba.
Truex slides up. Kyle Busch will fall back. Austin Cindric will fall back into the middle as well. Outside, it is Truex, but up front is McDowell.
McDowell has a car length and a half down the inside lane. That's going to enable the next 3 lines to come closing in. McDowell claims side by side.
Wallace now a fade. Truex is back over. That'll cost him some real estate. McDowell was out in front by a car length on the bottom. But here come the outside lanes of Cindric and Truex. 3 wide for the lead at Talladega.
Truex out of the top spot, at least by a nose. Cindric is teammates down below. Michael McDowell, Ty Gilliland. He gives a big push there. 3 wide for the lead.
Running at 190 miles an hour, a pack of 37 cars, 3 wide for the lead to the track. On the inside, Michael
Inches apart. Lane McDowell, middle lane Cindric, and a little bit of daylight between them and the top side.
Topside gains just a tad as Truex begins to back up to the front bumper of Bubba Wallace and all those that are lined up there. The main focus is on Michael McDowell. Oh, that changes. Bubba just sent Truex to the lead in 3.
Back of the punt to put him out front. Now, matter of fact, Bubba Wallace will slide down in the front of Austin Cindric. Truex should be
He's going to be right out into the racetrack. A truck full of Bubba Wallace in that middle lane. Downstairs, sideways. That's Michael McDowell. He's got his
Yeah, they are competitors. We've seen them drafting home, letting him by himself on the racetrack. Everybody else is in the pack right now. That's halfway down the back straight. the middle lane starting to move forward. That's led by Corey LaJoie. He's got Martin Truex Jr. in tow.
Something to keep an eye on here as we've been watching the clock here. We just looked at Kyle Larson as he went into turn number 3 a moment ago. Less than the Alabama Gang super stretch, separating him from the pack. And they're catching him at about 3 seconds per lap. So give it about 4 or 5 more laps, and that pack will have to then work their way around the 5-2.
So it's Daniel Hemrick in that white and blue number 31 leading the bottom lane in the middle. Second car with Corey LaJoie on the outside lane. That black 78
A lot of the field has switched up a whole lot. Guys that were up front in the beginning have sliding back. Drivers like Chase Elliott's lost places like 20 positions from where he started. On the other hand, BJ McLeod's flown up 33 slots since the start of the race.
Look at this, 3 wide, about 7 rows deep for the race lead here at Talladega Superspeedway. BJ McLeod on the outside of that black 78. Corey LaJoie in the middle. Daniel Hemrick still working with Ross Chastain downstairs as they all come off forward.
Coming off at number 4, and now they can see where that 5 car is, and that 5 car is much, much larger here, and that is going to create a situation. You can't have that 5 here at
BJ McLeod in turn 1 to take the lead away. Can't quite do it. Hamlin now trying to shoot his way in front of Daniel Hemrick. They almost had contact. Hemrick moves Hamlin up the racetrack, but it's McLeod the leader to the back straightaway.
BJ McLeod leading this group and trying to figure out which lane is the best lane to keep it in front of, but unfortunately with 3 lanes going all at the same time, all of them trying for the front row, it's going to be hard to block them all, so BJ McLeod finds himself down, falling back.
It was a little bit dicey coming out of turn number 4, but they all gathered back up, still 3 wide, being led by Daniel Hemrick, 10 laps complete.
Races here at Talladega, 225 lane changes, and Mike Bradley, that is just at the start-finish line.
Against the safer barrier being led by Martin Truex Jr. push forward.
And the veteran Martin Truex Jr. going to make a 3-wide battle up at the front here. A lot has been made this weekend about the fact that those right now, you got Chase Briscoe, you got Justin Haley up there, you got Michael McDowell, you got Austin Cindric, and you've got Todd Gilliland all sitting there in the top 13. This is that track that Ford definitely can make an equalizer and grab that first one of the year for that dark horse Mustang.
Well, here we are again, 3 wide for the race lead down the back straightaway. Truex had it for the moment. Now here comes Briscoe in the middle with a slight advantage into turn number 3. Justin Haley downstairs now will grab the lead. They are 3 wide, still about 10 rows deep. This is spectacular racing here at Talladega.
This is why we come to Talladega. This is why we get so many people coming and going to the stands, the ones that are out in campgrounds. It's because of racing like this. You don't get it anywhere.
Continue to see those 3 lanes be pretty even right now. Neither one of them really has an advantage. There'll be one more in the middle lane will start to move forward just like it is now in the back straightaway. Chase Briscoe, and it will fall back in line. The top side will start to roll, but for the moment we continue watch this ongoing battle for the lead that is absolutely bananas at the front of the pack. So 40 laps to go here in stage number 1. These drivers will have to squeeze in a pit stop before the end of this stage, which will come to conclusion on lap number 60. But as it remains right now, everyone is content to continue to run. Staying back there, in particular, is Ryan Blaney. That blue and white number 12 Mustang of Blaney remains at the back of the pack right now. Matter of fact, he is the last car on the lead lap for 37th place. Ryan Blaney's a 3-time winner here at Talladega. He may be just trying to see if he can get to the end of this first stage without anything big happening in front of him, because these drivers are being pretty aggressive here early on.
Yeah, you were here yesterday. A couple of pre-race interviews with a couple of drivers, including Haley Negan in the Xfinity Series race, said basically, this is the way that I'm going to plan on running my race. I'm going to drop back to the back. I'm going to let any chaos that will happen in front of me, get to avoid it, because after all, the first thing that you got to do to be able to win a race, you got to finish. So that he's not going to lose that draft, but he also wants to make sure that anything that's going to happen is going to happen in front of him, so he can work his way through it and keep that car clean and be ready for it at the end.
Also in the middle of this pack is Kyle Larson. Remember, he went a lap down early on. He is the only car 1 lap down. Let's go back to the Motor Racing Network.
Back at the Talladega Superspeedway under green flag conditions. Lap 23 about to go on the board, and Jeff Striegel, it has not disappointed.
Unbelievable. From first to 37th, last time by 1.8 seconds. The separation, just absolutely amazing. Lap after lap, including right now, 3 wide. Although this time it's settled down, Dave.
He's been getting some really good help with the draft, courtesy of that black number 78. That is BJ McLeod, a small race team that's Live Fast Motorsports. BJ, of course, they're an underfunded team. They come out each and every week. They try to compete, but they don't have as much of the funding, as much of
That's a fantastic Live Fast. Had a charter last year. They sold it during the offseason to Spire Motorsports and said, we're going to pare it down. We're going to run a select number of races that concentrated on races like here at Talladega and Daytona. So we'll put all of our effort into going to
race for NASCAR TV. Ty Gibbs looked like he might jump out of line and go to the bottom of the racetrack and challenge Martin Truex Jr. for the lead. Instead, he decides to ride in Truex's tire tracks off the corner and then back to the dry oval, still 3 wide, 10 rows deep.
Yeah, not the worst move he could have made out there. And now you got Chase Briscoe with the 71, one of the smart ones. So it is an interesting situation. The last lap leader, BJ McLeod, been a while since we talked about that 78 we talked about just a moment ago. Been a while since we talked about them out front at a race, but here at Talladega, that car is more than competitive.
Second car in line on the outside right now is that number 99 Chevy. That is Daniel Suarez. Suarez, of course, already has 1 win this year. It came in a 3-wide finish at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. He is looking to get back to Mobil 1 victory lane for what would be his 2nd win of 2024. He is up on the outside right now trying to push BJ McLeod forward. All the while, Martin Truex Jr., Ty Gibbs, and Denny Hamlin in the middle continue to remain locked together, traveling off of each other as they work their way to the start of this line. 71 has got Justin Haley in tow as well.
Yeah, Zane Smith doing a very nice job navigating things here at Talladega Superspeedway. Some of this, sometimes you get some of these younger drivers. Zane, one of the rookies here at in 2024 the Cup Series and Talladega. Daytona sometimes can be a little bit intimidating. Zane Smith seems not intimidated at all.
Zane Smith, of course, a driver that had a lot of success in the Craftsman Truck Series. He was the 2022 Truck Series champion. Has a bright future ahead of him. He's going to be running this year for Spire Motorsports, but he has a partnership with Trackhouse Racing, so that is where Zane Smith is going to head in the Cup Series going forward into 2025. But right now, he's getting now starting to be a little bit more aggressive and starting to give a couple more taps on the backbone of his teammate, trying to push him forward in the lead.
And someone time here for lap 35 that is gone on the board. We're going to start talking about how these drivers.
Signal with your spotter or another guy's spotter, and Mike Bagley, it all comes on him.
Right now it's 3 wide. BJ McLeod on top of the help from Chase Elliott to the lead.
And Martin Truex Jr. is ahead of the lane. There goes BJ McLeod. He's going to bail out on the outside. He's falling back to help with Chase Elliott in the 3rd lane. Went side by side to the lead.
Keep an eye on BJ McLeod. He is going to come to pit road. He was in the front of him. Let's just like what you're doing all by yourself. But that's what BJ's going to do.
Truex Jr., the bum truck, he jacked him up in turn 1 a lap ago, and he was already getting his
gets a lap down after listening to the contact. There, he's got himself tailed in Chase Elliott, the leader, right behind Kyle Larson.
And right now, Zane Smith also 1 lap down. So right now we are scoring. Zane Smith does a lap down. Kim Coon, Joe Logano is going to make a pass through to fast out pit road. This is a big
Faster for Zane Smith. He was on one of the first rows in that wave of green flag stops. He could not hit his missed his box, had to go all the way down the road, came back and then before you see Zane Smith come on in 3
So the green flag pit stop cycle has been complete. The first one of the day here at Talladega Superspeedway. And we look at now the lead pack that is still trying to sort themselves out after everyone made their pit stops and one is in there. Looks like this. You got Austin Cindric, the leader, Harrison Burton, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, and William Byron of the top 5. Now Kyle Larson, he is right in the thick of things right now. Larson is trying to get his lap back. He is not on the lead lap with the leaders. He could get the lap back if he gets around Austin Cindric for the lead. Austin Cindric is the leader. Kyle Larson is not receiving position.
Drivers was also listed as 1 lap down, so him putting himself about
not because of the penalty, but because he missed his box on the first time when he came down the pit lane trying to make his pit stop for green.
This next time
lead halfway down the Talladega Superstretch. It's Blaney now leading Austin Cindric and Harrison Burton on the bottom to turn number 3. Kyle Busch has now gotten a little bit more help from Chase Elliott, but it's not quite enough to hold the top spot. As they come into turn number 4, they're 3 wide, a little bit further in the pack, but it's Ryan Blaney, that blue Ford Mustang, a 3-time winner here at the Talladega Superspeedway, leading the pack coming through the trial. Back up to speed here in stage 2.
Starts to lead a charge. It's even money. Ross Chastain, first man on the outside right now. But as we said, still and in front of Chastain, here comes Austin Dillon. Here comes Shane Van Gisbergen. He'll lead the outside line as they continue to make progress up the outside. Right now, Kyle Busch back on. Kyle Busch rolls even with Blaney.
Kyle Busch gets a good run with help from William Byron right behind him, side by side through the corner. It is Austin Cindric buried all up on the back bumper there of Ryan Blaney. There we go.
And they are right at the front of the field, all the way through the back. As a matter of fact, 2 and 3 wide through the track yet again. Blaney has
Downstairs, still has track to go, and here they come out of the penthouse. SVG off the lead.
Shane Van Gisbergen will power 3 wide around the outside of Kyle Busch and Ryan Blaney. Here's SVG, fender on in front for a moment. Now he gets more of a shove. Shane Van Gisbergen to the lead at Talladega.
Like a rocket, he slides out in front. He will bring Austin Dillon with him. Austin Dillon, though, bailing out. He'll go to the bottom side of the racetrack, running right through the middle, side by side for the lead with a pair of Chevrolets.
Austin Dillon in the middle, Shane Van Gisbergen to the very outside. Ryan Blaney running right down on the double yellow line, trying to make a 3 wide for the lead, but he can't do it.
Series now. Austin Dillon pushes Shane Van Gisbergen to the point. Immediately bailed out to the middle lane. Hasn't got the job done yet. SVG still up by enough.
SVG with Anthony Alfredo and Bear Motorsports power their way in the outside. The middle lane, you got Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch downstairs. You got Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric as they continue to stack it up.
Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric, and that bottom line fell back just a little bit to get a great run through the middle of turns 3 and 4, trying to even it up. They're battling for second, 3 wide up front. Shane Van Gisbergen.
He's got the Wendy's colors on board his Chevrolet Camaro. He's going to get shot down the line. Wipes Chevrolet at the front of the
Series win into the very late going yesterday. Rapid for the back now. And the NASCAR Cup Series. Anthony Alfredo leads the way off.
Wheels in the hands of Max Austin. That's how he's known. He'll change lanes and pull to the bottom of the racetrack. But that leaves Noah Gragson passing topside. Gragson goes to the lead. John Hunter Nemechek for the second, and they're side by side for third.
Gregson getting way out in front. He's going to bring John Hunter Nemechek with him. Those front 2 single file out in front of the side-by-side action with Anthony Alfredo. And here comes Kyle Larson side-by-side.
Kyle Larson, who was a lap down just a few moments ago. Alex Hayden, it did not take Kyle Larson long to crack the top 5.
Alfredo on the bottom, Larson in the middle, Corey LaJoie outside, as now the front 2 will shift to the outside of the racetrack.
Single file to the front 2, 3 wide for that third spot. Down low out to the end for Anthony Alfredo. Kyle Larson in the middle, and here comes Corey LaJoie on the top side.
I'm going to tip the cap to Anthony Alfredo, giving a great run to that Beard Motorsports entry. They don't run often, but when they do, they make a name for themselves, and they're doing that here this afternoon at Talladega.
Just a couple
out to the front with Austin Dillon. He fell back a couple of spots. Now he's back up there battling just on the back end of the top five. Up front, John Hunter Nemechek on the flag.
Up turn number 4. What a shuffle we've had here at Talladega. It looks like we're going to do it again this lap. Nemechek up front. 3 wide for the number 2 spot.
Stand pat in the middle for now. He'll keep everybody behind him. It's Nemechek in front by himself. 3 wide, 12 rows deep behind him.
Nemechek leads that stampede behind him. Now it's starting to pick up down to the bottom side. Anthony Alfredo giving a nice push from Austin Dillon. He sticks the nose out in front of Noah Gregson, trying to give chase to the top five.
Come again off of turn number 4, back to the trial, running together as one big pack. With John Hunter Nemechek out front, he's now led 4 laps here this afternoon.
Austin Dillon in the middle now. Aggression and outside for Joy.
3 wide for the 3rd position now as the front 2 break away. The front 2 in Nemechek and Alfredo. They'll run the bottom of the racetrack up the back straightaway, and then that scrum gets lined up right behind him in 3 wide formation.
Things get a little disorganized in the bottom part, trying to get it regrouped once again. Austin Dillon down there on the bottom side in that 3rd position. Car lane further back to Ryan Blaney. Their nose to tail the 4th behind him.
And 45 laps to go in stage number 2 at the front of the field at Talladega Superspeedway. This time by yet again, it's John Hunter Nemechek.
So
is 3rd. And from then there on back, it's a mess. They're about 3 wide, 7 rows deep. Gregson right now, this time in a turn number 2, has been kicked into the middle. He's got Austin Dillon in car number 3 and Corey LaJoie in the 7 machine on either side of him down the back straightaway.
One of those drivers that's kind of mired in that big group as well is Kyle Larson. We talked about how because of something that happened during as they were setting up for qualifying yesterday, they kind of illegally modified a roof rail. So he didn't qualify yesterday. That started him at the back of the field. Then he had to do a drive-through penalty, and he spent the entirety of the first stage 1 lap down. Well, he did a nice little move there at the end of that as well, a little strategy move. He was leading that pack as they were change up their style as well to get back on the lead lap. They had to stay out during that stage. So, big strategy move there by Kyle Larson, and it's paying off right now as he's up towards the front.
lead on the end of the back straightaway.
That outside lane starting to get some momentum with a couple of Fords leading the way up front. That continues to be Chris Buescher. It's up there. He's got right behind him. He has got Gilliland. Gilliland big push.
Little Ford Mustangs on the outside of the racetrack, led by Chris Buescher. That is lane 3 behind him. Todd Gilliland all the way down to the bottom. Double yellow line as we
Second and third, 1 single file, then 3 wide formation from there on back. 3 rows of 3, chasing John Hunter Nemechek.
That's where the log jam is now, just outside of the top 5. Leaders exit 2 and snake their way onto the Alabama Gang Super Stretch. John Hunter Nemechek continues to be the maestro. He's running right down the middle of the racetrack, not throwing any blocks this time through.
Nice and smooth with that Toyota out front. The Ford right behind him with Noah Gregson. The Chevrolet right behind him with Corey LaJoie. LaJoie looks the driver's right. He's got Chris Buescher starting to have a charge on the outside.
Off turn number 4, here they come again. As we look down on the pit lane, it looks like Chase Briscoe's team is beginning to loosen up down there. And a couple of guys now putting some tires on the just a few laps ago before we went back, Briscoe and Daniel Suarez did the waiver out yet, so they're going to have to come to pit road.
They're going
watching Chris Buescher lead the outside line. He's done a great job of bringing that forward up the outside line with help from Todd Gilliland, Ryan Reese, and Shane Van Gisbergen.
Get that big push on the outside, the bottom lane now about 4 cars back with Anthony Alfredo. That help we talked about a couple of laps ago, starting to form up behind them. They're working their way up to the finish line.
Off turn number 4, we see the big crew of Chase Briscoe on the pit lane. Yeah, here comes Briscoe. He's got the red and black Mahindra trackers for Mustang Dark Horse down to 55 miles.
Still chasing John Hunter.
Now the separation is exactly the length of the back straightaway. That's Chase who you heard just a moment ago. And here comes the pack right now as John Hunter Nemechek will drag them on the end of the Talladega Superspeedway again with the lead.
And he's got a good separation back to Noah Gregson, about 3 car lengths back to Gregson, who is side by side with Chris Buescher to his right elbow on the outside lane. Down low, Anthony Alfredo comes down.
We're seeing today in the Geico 500 Talladega Superspeedway. Buy a ticket now. The Yellowwood 500 coming your way in Talladega.
When they will pick, we know that they will have to make a pit stop before the end of the stage. So my point is, now everyone has gotten signal fire on the bottom of the racetrack. That could be tipping the hand of some of these crew chiefs downstairs, showing they're ready to pit.
Absolutely, and considering the fact that we have run getting close to 40 laps here on this particular run, I'm sure that some of these drivers, especially the ones that have been out front for the vast majority of this stage, are talking about the gas. And now we've got a pack of about 10 starting to come down.
Here they come, the pit lane, one of the 4 teams pitting together. This is Chris Buescher, Todd Anthony Alfredo is in. You also have BJ McLeod and the machine of Cody Ware around the pit lane right now. A lot of fuel-only stops for these cars. They only need just a little bit of fuel to get to the end of the stage. There they go, leaving the pit lane. Let's go back to the Motor Racing Network.
And the sign for William Byron is waiting.
to give way in the extreme outside lane. His day has come on as the leaders, Logano and Hamlin, go 2 by 2.
And those that have just pitted are exiting turn 4. Right now, Logano is halfway down the back straightaway. Hamlin to his outside. Now Logano will break free and leave Cedric to race with Hamlin.
Cedric down there on the bottom side.
There he is. Plug the fuel can in. Sunoco Racing Fuel. 2 seconds of Sunoco Racing Fuel. Got a couple of other flames right in front of you.
Including the fadeaway
When we come back from Talladega Superspeedway, this is Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR.
So both Christopher Bell and Ryan Blaney trying to get reorder after all these pit stops now have been completed. The pack is forming over there in turn number 3. And look at them, they are 3 wide. Middle of the pack coming out of turn number 4.
Right now, Joey Logano's still the driver that's shown in the lead, but this is going to change things radically here as this pack overall comes led by the 17 Chris Buescher. Does have a
and takes the lead away from Logano. Logano now forces his way in front of Noah Gragson. I don't know if Gregson's all that happy about it, but now Logano goes third
He drops back down to the bottom lane there, but the 2 cars in front of him, led by Chris Buescher now, they are on the bottom lane too, blocking Logano's progress.
There will be 6 laps to go at the second stage as we go back to the Motor Racing Network.
After pit stop, presented by Blue Green Vacations. Blue Green Vacations. Exclusive access to NASCAR experiences. So start your vacation journey today at BlueGreenVacations.com.
6 to go on the stage. Sixth, Austin Dillon 7th. Eric Jones is 8th. Kyle Larson 9th. And Bubba Wallace is 10th.
And the rest of the top 20, Tyler Reddick, Mark Truex Jr., Ross Chastain, 13, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and Ty Gibbs, 14, 15. Then Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, Daniel
Yeah, that'll keep him on in the lead lap. He's lost the track position. We'll see where it goes when they come on the cycle at the end of the stage 2.
and Jason.
Alongside his teammate Austin Cedric, right behind him up top. Chris Buescher is up there along with Ryan Reese side by side.
They're beginning to bunch up 2 by 2 now in this lead draft in the tri-oval. We're 4 laps away from earning points in the top 10. Stage number 2 comes to an end.
The numbers or the speed right now for the package. Logano on the inside.
Up front, you got Logano, you got Buescher. Logano on the bottom of the racetrack, Buescher up top. Double line formation now. Everybody with drafting help, meaning Logano and everybody.
Ford Mustangs at the front of the field. Logano, double yellow line. That's where his left side tires are. To his outside, that would be Chris Buescher. And then Austin Cedric.
front of the field. He'll lead the outside charge now with Tyler Reddick.
He's up in with side-by-side battle. Position number 3, that's with Austin Dillon. Still trying to rally up the momentum of Kyle Larson open wide. Logano continues to lead. He's in front all by himself. Here's Logano, tries to throw a block. Oh, he can't. Here comes Kyle Larson. Right to the outside. Gets that power ball to the outside.
Stage points now on the line. 1 to go. Stage 2 about to come to an end. Who's going to get back around and cross the line first? Logano out front. Kyle
His team Penske teammate Zimmer to the outside. Here comes Kyle Larson. He's got to go for the wall. They draw even again. Logano and Larson. In this stage, Larson with a fender out in front. Here comes another shot down low. Now it's Logano out by a fender. Logano getting that help from his teammate there, and Austin Zimmer with the
Now the short straightaway headed by Triumph. Top 10 will get points. They ran out 4 wide with the red. And the field, stage 2. Kyle Larson will be third. Austin Dillon 4th. And Ross Chastain is 5th. Tyler Reddick is 6th.
Green flag to start the final stage here at the Geico 500. Joey Logano to the outside, Ross Chastain to the inside as they go back up to the green flag. 62 laps to go.
Chastain machine. The same can be said for the Ford teammates in the upper lane. Side by side for the lead.
Breakaways got some head between themselves and the rest of the field. As they get organized behind them, expect the front four to get gobbled up. Those behind the front four include Noah Gragson almost together with side by side for fifth.
Those four are out in a different time zone right now as Ross Chastain slides out to the top side of the racetrack to take over the top spot in front of Joey Logano. Kyle Busch down for the line leader to the outside.
And that is going to force Kyle Busch now to move his car around just a bit. Looks like the front part of their single file on the racetrack as Ross Chastain.
Took right up on his back bumper now. Cindric riding in the 3rd spot. First man in the low group battling for 4th and 7th place. The outside line is where it is, and that line is right in the middle of the back straightaway. Splitting the difference is Ross Chastain. Leads him back to turn 3.
Leads a black car lane back into turn number 3 in the bottom part of the racetrack. Noah Gragson down there with them. Also, looks like Josh Berry is there as well. Down the bottom part of the racetrack up front.
outside is Joey Logano, Austin Cindric, Kyle Busch. They've got it rolling on the outside, and here comes Joey going after Ross Chastain. He's going to get there and have the
Sidelines to Joey Logano. Both with drafting help. 6 or 8 rows deep. Mano a mano for the lead. Chastain and Logano. Ford and Chevy wheel to wheel. Coming the Chevy of Chastain to the inside of the Ford of Logano. With 3 wide action inside of the top 20, maybe top 25. Those drivers are looking at it from the back of the pack. They'll bail out now off the end of the back stretch.
2 by 2, bottom part of the racetrack with Ross Chastain, top side with Joey Logano. They are side by side all the way through the back end of the top 20 with the advantage to Chastain.
Third car on the inside row is Josh Berry. He took the look to the inside of Noah Gragson, his teammate at Stewart Haas Racing. Not sure if he was just
Now
content to ride at the bottom. It's double wide, or in some cases 3 wide. It's on the bottom of the racetrack that everybody, for the most part, at this point of the race, has been doing their work, and they continue to do it again this time through.
Logano and Chastain up front, slowing the pace down just a little bit, trying to burn less fuel up there at the top spot. They're staying nose to nose off the corner. Single beam perfect, double wide all the way through the field.
They are indeed, Jason, as they rumble up off of turn number 4 yet again. Down to the line, 57 laps to go in the Geico 500. Ross Chastain.
Superspeedway to Talladega Superspeedway. We know they've got to come to pit road one more time. Perhaps before you come to pit road for the last time.
I'm still trying to be efficient here. I'm trying to take care of my fuel supply, give myself, especially if I'm one of those Ford teams, because I felt like, I say Ford, but there was a group of them. Denny Hamlin was included with it, Martin Truex Jr. They stayed out longer, and they were able to get organized and actually run faster than the group that did it earlier. So I want to put myself in that position, much like we saw in stage.
Travel off the end of the back straightaway. Christopher Bale into the outside wall. Also collected Justin Haley. Ryan Blaney, I believe, snaked his way through with no contact. A couple of other cars spinning to the bottom of the racetrack, but the one that's worse for wear, Christopher Bale, the front end torn to pieces on that Toyota Camry as it sits to the inside of turn 3.
This is under caution for the 3rd time in today's Geico 500. First accident we've seen, and it was a significant one for Christopher Bell.
Comes oh so close to clipping Christopher Bell as he was crashing. Chase Briscoe spins to the inside. Ryan Blaney looks like he gets hit from behind, courtesy of Zane Smith. There's another angle. Already in progress there. You see Justin Haley getting turned sideways. Bell goes into the wall. And then you see the scramble of the drivers behind these cars.
Lined up for this restart. A lot of drivers have elected to pick the bottom line, so that's why you see this train of cars on the bottom side of the racetrack coming to the green flag. Only 3 cars on the outside lane. 49 laps to go here at Talladega.
more, make it 5-6 cars on that outside lane trying to get chased. They'll pull back a little bit. Michael McDowell with a car length and a half in front of that side-by-side battle for second.
That continues to be Alex Bowman in the middle of the racetrack. And Daniel Hemrick downstairs. That wheel going back to the number 2 spot. It continues to be Michael
He may be expending in that effort. They are 3 deep behind him, about 10 rows back as they work off turn 2.
Alex Bowman changes lanes. He'll lead the middle lane now. Outside. Hill is up to a 3-wide battle for second. Here he goes. He wants the lead. Rick Keselowski just shoving it on the end of the backstretch.
This is what racing at Talladega is all about. 3 wide from second on back. Michael McDowell squirts it out there in front. On top, it is his teammate Todd Gilliland. With help from Brad Keselowski. 3 wide for second.
42 laps to go. Not everybody, though. Todd Gordon is running at the front of the field and racing 3 wide. You drop back, Bubba Wallace is out back. Truex, Ty Gibbs,
To save as much fuel as they can back here. Just doing what you can, taking the draft off this 3-ride racing. It's got them in a position where maybe they can make the mileage to get to where they want to. It's interesting to see the final 2 cars. You've got Ryan Peace. Had incidents last week, but as Kim told us, they had marshmallows this week. And Ryan Preece said, well, he's a guy I need to be behind pushing at the end of the day.
And they have made up and made up very nicely. We'll find out if their friendship will continue to blossom here as we get the closing laps at Talladega.
Coming up 41 laps to go here in the Geico 500. This time at the start-finish line, Michael McDowell still leading. He's got Todd Gilliland right behind him. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch,
Yeah, Wilson along with his teammate who started on row number 2, Michael McDowell, Todd Gilliland down there in the front, showing that the front row motorsports guys, they do know how to drive and ride and build cars for this particular place, Talladega.
36th is BJ McLeod. Justin Haley, 37th. And Carl
teams in a flurry trying to figure out what they should do. In fact, Randall Burnett came on as we have a
Trouble coming off the turn number 3. It's that Toyota Brigade got together. Denny Hamlin hard into the wall. Also we have got, looks like a Glenn Wallace. Eric Jones also in there too. Jones down the bottom part of the racetrack in the grass with heavy contact. Not sure if that's loose in there, but also damage to John Hunter Nemechek. Most of the Toyotas wiped out coming off 3.
They were running single file by themselves completely single file draft, and they get wadded up in a big shot for Eric Jones. The hood flies back on top of the race car, and that will put us under the caution flag now for the 4th time.
Over in turn number 3, John Hunter Nemechek, Bubba Wallace, and Denny Hamlin among the cars that were involved in this one. But Eric Jones got the whole up. You see Bubba Wallace climbing out of his car. Denny Hamlin is out of his Toyota. These were the 6 drivers in the Toyota camp that came down pit road on lap 151 and David Henson single file in the line traffic. That's what happens here in the NASCAR TV. This is going into turn number 3. Watch Eric Jones in car 43. He gets a shove from behind. He and Bubba Wallace make contact, and then look at the hit that Eric Jones takes to the outside wall. A vicious hit into this turn 3 safer barrier. Here's another look. It just looks like Bubba Wallace and John Hunter Nemechek are trying to push Eric Jones forward, and then a hard hit to the outside wall in turn 3.
Yeah, it was a power move at the beginning there with having 7 Toyota cars come down and take a pit stop. And it seemed like it was going to reset everybody else's mind, as the Motor Racing Network was talking there just a moment ago. And then you get this. This is just not really taking the time to understand. We might not have to pit again in this race.
They were making really good speed on the racetrack, Steve. To your point, they were lined up single file, literally nose to tail, and turning some pretty quick laps.
The others top off. Once they do we have enough fuel to go the distance?
Yeah, we should be good to go to the end. And Tyler Reddick was the survivor of that Toyota strategy. So he was in at 152. And when we look at the amount of laps that we had here, we go to 188. So that's 36 laps. So Tyler Reddick should be good to go on that. And then the rest of them were all part of this most recent caution in there. This pit stop after all the Toyotas wadded him up down there in front of Jason Toy. So fuel should be in good shape for here.
27 laps to go, Geico 500. Field works into the tryout. We'll head back to the Geico restart zone. Fans rise to their feet, cheer on their favorite tryout.
Side by side with McDowell. That's the battle for the second position. 2 by 2 all the way back through the pack. Nobody busting out pretty wide.
Here's back straightaway, single file, now double file, that is. 3 wide looking mid-pack. Up front,
front? Are you in the position that you need to be in to make a move to win this race? Michael McDowell has found himself out front. He sat on the pole to begin the Geico 500. He leads the field this time through the trial. Coming back to the start-finish line at 107th race winless streak. The last time Keselowski won was 3 years ago here in 2021 at Talladega.
Keselowski certainly likes where he's sitting at the moment, and for nothing else other than the fact that he is right behind a guy who knows he's got power. Michael McDowell has won here at Talladega as well, so he knows how to do what he needs to do. Tyler Reddick on the high side, though. A lot of Mark Truex Jr. He's now side by side for the lead.
Close laps so far today, 26. Jeff, he may not lead this one.
Boy, what a race we
This afternoon at the Talladega Superspeedway in a wild last lap in the Geico 500. Reddick climbing out of the car, the race winner this afternoon here at Talladega. Climbing the fence here at Talladega, celebrating a big win this afternoon in the Geico 500.
is the first win for Toyota on a super speedway with this new car, next-gen car. It's been a long time. I know you were pumped up. What does this one mean to you, Tyler, winning at Talladega?
Man, it's incredible. Everyone on this 45, Jordan Brett, Toyota Camry, worked really hard today, and didn't really work out in that third stage for us, but we were able to fight, defend our track position. Was that crazy, guys? What was that crazy, fans? Huh? That was chaos. That's Talladega for you.
Take me through that last couple of moments. You're up there against the Fords. They get together, and then you're hammered down. Take me through it.
Yeah, just got to give a lot of credit to Ty Gibbs and Mark Trix. You know, it was just us Toyotas left, and
Houston. Especially all you fans, you guys are badass. I hope you guys enjoyed the Boulevard this weekend. Had some fun, drank some beer, and 2 spots short. Extremely thankful, but we'll keep it going.
That's your third place finisher, Noah Gregson. So